Hello, and welcome to the Estate Planning Minute with Petit Dommershausen. I'm attorney Nathan Wojan. I wanted to take a few moments today to outline for you some of the important considerations that I advise that all folks think about when they are considering estate planning and how they can plan for their eventual passing. Two of the primary tools that are utilized in estate planning are the will and the trust. And I'd like to outline for you some of the important uses and benefits of the creation of these types of documents. There are a number of common uses or purposes when creating a will or a trust. First of all, you can't avoid the statutory rules of intestacy. Now, what are the rules of intestacy? Well, in circumstances where an individual passes away without a will or a trust, they're said to pass away intestate, that is, without such a planning document. In those circumstances, the court will apply specific rules that have been created by the Wisconsin legislature to provide for the distribution of one's estate. Now, those rules are generalized in nature rather than specific to an individual's desires or considerations in the event that they had prepared a will or a trust, and sometimes it creates conflict. That is, the statutory rules may be different than what an individual would have designed had they created a will or a trust. So it's important to understand that by creating your will or trust, you get to decide the distribution of your estate, whether it's providing for the next generation, for grandchildren, potentially providing for charitable gifts. You can decide that distribution. You also can do more complicated types of planning. You can resolve marital property assets. Potentially it's a circumstance of a second marriage or a blended family. In those circumstances, there's specific planning that you can do that will provide for an understanding for your surviving loved ones and allow them to resolve your estate in the manner you believe most appropriate. Additionally, you can provide for contingency planning in the event of a simultaneous death, potentially between you and your spouse, or sequential deaths where individuals in your family group pass away in short succession. You can provide for what types of distribution should occur in those circumstances and what type of estate planning makes sense under those circumstances. There are additional uses or purposes in creating a will or a trust. You can designate a personal representative under your will, a trustee under your trust. Those will be the folks that are charged with managing the property, managing the estate, following the rules that you have provided for in your estate planning document, ultimately resolving the nature of your estate. Those are important roles, and these documents can help you establish that person to resolve your circumstances. You also have opportunities to nominate a guardian for any surviving minor children, an important consideration for any parents out there. You have the opportunity to seek to decrease expenses associated with the probate process, potentially to decrease the timeline associated with the probate process. This can be a very significant benefit in certain circumstances to at least narrow or refine some of the conditions associated with the probate process. Please look for a future video on the probate process from the firm. You also can create trusts for specific circumstances for loved ones that may have particularized planning that's needed for them. That is, a trust could be created for a surviving minor child, could create a trust for an aged beneficiary, or a beneficiary with a disability. In each of those circumstances, there may be special conditions or additional considerations that you want to think about and provide for when leaving a legacy to those loved ones, and trusts may be an excellent tool to do so. Ultimately, there are some pretty significant benefits associated with creating a will or a trust. First of all, provides significant peace of mind. You have the confidence in knowing that your loved ones will be provided for and that your intentions will be easily understood and followed in the resolution of your estate. You have the benefits of leaving a legacy, whether it's providing for the next generation, your grandchildren, potentially charitable giving. You have the confidence in knowing that your legacy will be preserved and your memory will be a positive one. Additionally, after your passing, it may be a very challenging time for some of your surviving loved ones. These documents provide for significant clarity for your beneficiaries. They understand your desires, understand how to carry them out, and understand how to resolve your estate. Additionally, there very well may be likely some special circumstances associated with you, your family, your property, your estate. These documents can resolve those special circumstances. It's important to know that each individual and each family is unique, and through some creative thinking and specialized drafting, your circumstances can certainly be resolved in a manner that you believe appropriate and that makes sense. Well, thank you very much for listening to the presentation today. If there are additional questions, feel free to reach out to us. We hope that you found the information contained here today valuable, and we hope that you look forward to the next Estate Planning Minute with Petit Dommershausen. Thank you. Have a good day.